Hi, Deshawn.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I am good. I'm trying to set it up so that I am live on all of my channels.
Cool.
Okay, I got it over there. Let me start don't forget, you are state moderator. All right, start my video. Hello, 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 TikTok. I'm about to start some training for some live. Hello. Uh-oh, I got to mute something. I'm good. I am good. I'm trying to set it up so that I am live on all of my channels. Okay, I got it over here. I think that should do it. I was live over in I'm live on YouTube. I'm trying to be live on TikTok. I'm trying to be live on TikTok. Hey, I'm about to go live and do some training. And so I'm trying to be live on all of my platforms. So I'm trying to be live on TikTok, live on YouTube, and live on Zoom. So I'm trying to be live in all of these different places so that I can do this free training on revenue. And so normally I'm on here talking trash, but today is going to be training on how to drive revenue to your website. So if you're not here for the business training, the business, how to grow your business, you can go ahead and scroll away because this is a business training. Let me see. I gotta let some people in. I gotta let some people in. So this is going to be a business training. Hey, Florida. This is going to be a business training on, and there is a presentation that goes along with it, but the presentation is in it's a part of the Zoom presentation. So if you want the Zoom link, I think there's a link in the bio. You can email me. I will send you the presentation. But today is going to be a a whole thing on growing your scaling your e-commerce business. So I'm gonna start going live on TikTok, talking more about business. Thank you. Somebody said I'm looking good. Talking more about business. In addition to use StreamYard. Who said that? Somebody said.
Nitra. Nitra.
You can go live and stream on your platform. Yeah. So I thought about that after I had already started, and I was like, "Dag, I should have done StreamYard and then went live everywhere." But I had already sent out the Zoom link. So the next time I do some training, I am going to use StreamYard for the online portion of it, um, so that we can have it. And so I am going to record this. I'm going to make it available for 24 hours for free. And then there will be a cost for it. So it is 1 o'clock, and I am going to go ahead and get started. So here's my question for the people that are here. Nitra, Cassandra, Vanessa, were any of y'all here for the training that we had earlier this week?
No, I have grandma duties.
Cassandra, were you here?
Yeah, I watched the replay. I didn't do it live.
Okay, so if y'all have any questions as we go through it, it's basically the same training that I did earlier this week, same PowerPoint. I've added a few things to it, but it's basically going to be the exact same training that I had earlier this week on how to grow your e-commerce business. All right, I am going to start recording. I'm going to mute some people. I'm going to share my screen. And if at any point in time y'all have any questions about this, please just let me know. And this is a training on how to grow your e-commerce business. So if you're joining on TikTok, this is a training on how to grow your e-commerce business. There's a presentation that goes with it. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. I'm also live on YouTube for the first time ever. So that's kind of exciting for me. Okay, so I did add an extra element to the presentation. So if you were with me on earlier this week, I did add another part to it. So Revenue Rocket, mastering branding, customer acquisition. Hold on, I gotta add a couple of people. Order frequency and average order value. So that's basically the 4 topics that we're gonna be covering today: branding, customer acquisition, order frequency, and average order value for your e-commerce business. So before we get into that, I talked briefly about the mindset shift that has to happen when you become an e-commerce business. So for myself, I know I started off as a product maker. I knew how to make stuff. I knew how to make a lot of stuff. And so to make the shift from a product maker to a business owner took me several years. And I'm gonna be honest, it took me having $1 million year before I actually made that shift, because all of a sudden when the numbers were small, when I was only dealing with, $10,000 or $20,000 months, it was kind of easy to manage the money. But all of a sudden, when I started having $100,000 months, then it became more difficult to manage the money. When I had to scale the business was when it kind of got wonky and I wasn't sure about what I was doing. So when you are just starting out, it's best to go ahead and have that mindset shift immediately. So you want to move from maker, the person that's just making the product and thinking about making the product, to the person that is thinking about running a multi-million-dollar business. And I literally would say to myself when I was a 6-figure business that I was running a multi-million-dollar business. I got that in my mind. So you need to go ahead and make that mindset shift if you have not. Okay, you have to have, in order to have a great business, you have to be a great CEO and have a great product. You cannot be one or the other. If you are a horrible CEO with a great product, you're going to run your business into the ground. I have seen mediocre products, and y'all see it all the time on social media. People with mediocre products, but they have great CEOs who are great marketers who end up making a whole lot of money. So you have to be a balance of both. And you have to believe that everything is under your control and that you are capable of growing your business. Right now, you probably feel like a jack of all trades and a master of none. And I'm going to tell you this. I had to learn sales, marketing, inventory management, metrics, tech, and leadership. You have to do all of these things when you are the CEO of your company. And it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to pass things off. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over all of those things that you really need to focus on, because last year, even though we did almost $2 million in sales, we were all over the place and I ended up losing money. And as a matter of fact, I lost the most money in November and December, which was the time frame when I should have been making the most money. Like, those are the months that you are supposed to be making your money. That last quarter, I actually lost well over $100,000 because I wasn't focused on the things that are important. So, how do you get clarity? Number one, you're going to stop chasing shiny objects. And it's easy to do when we are in a business because there are 10,000 people telling us this is the way, this is the path, this is the magic bullet, this is the magic formula to go viral on TikTok, to go viral on Instagram. This is the magic funnel to make you all the money. Everybody has the secret sauce. And so we're going to focus on one process and focus on these 4 elements that I'm getting ready to go over. We're going to focus on those things, and we're going to stay focused on the customer journey as I have broken it down. Predictable growth will not happen unless you stick to one process. So you got to stick to one thing and stay on that one path. 4 things that really matter: great branding, customer acquisition, the frequency in which your customer buys, and your average order value. These are the 4 things that are the foundation of any business. Great branding, how are you going to get your customers, the frequency in which your customer buy, and the average order value. And these are the elements that are also going to help you scale. Good afternoon, TikTok. These are also the elements that are going to help you scale, because it's easy to manage each element if you are paying attention. So let's talk about what happens if you have 1,000 customers that buy from you one time and spend $10. That's $10,000. Okay. If you have one customer that buys from, if you have 1,000 customers that buy from you one time and spend $10, that's $10,000. But what if you wanted to double your sales? The first thing that most people are going to say is, if you want to double your sales, you just get double the number of customers. Well, most of us know it's hard as hell to get one customer. So let alone getting 1,000 extra customers, all of a sudden that becomes impossible. You know what I'm saying? Or at the very least, it becomes cost prohibitive because a lot of people are using Facebook ads. So you don't want to just double the amount that you spend on your ads. Or you can double the price of your product. But all of us know we're going into a recession as it is, so people are not going to pay double the price of your product. So the one thing that you can do is increase each one of these things incrementally, okay? And I have a calculator that I'm going to share with you to show you how this process works. So let me get out of this presentation real quick. Actually, let me show you the math before I show you the calculator. And you will get a copy of this. You're going to get a copy. The people that are in my coaching, you're going to get a copy of both the presentation, and you're going to get a link to the calculator. So if you wanted to scale your business, you can increase each element by 30%, okay? So if you have 100 customers and you increase that to 130 customers, I made the number simple. So let's say you had 100 customers buying one thing at $10, okay? 100 customers buying one thing at $10. If you increase that by 30%, that gives you 130 customers buying 1.3 times at $13. That's going to give you $21,970. Let me pause right there because that math sometimes gets difficult. Okay, so if you have 100 customers buying one thing at $10, that's $10,000. But if you only increase each little piece by 30%, it more than doubles the amount that you're making. So 130 customers buying 1.3 times, and instead of spending $10, spending $13 will give you $21,970. It's twice the growth, which is going to give you more profit. Each customer buying more frequently, spending more money, and it's easier to do rather than trying to double your number of customers, double the amount of times that they're buying, or doubling the cost of your goods. Okay, let me pause right there and see, does anybody have any questions in the chat about that? You can raise your hand or you can just take yourself off Zoom. Does anybody have any questions about those 3 critical elements in order to scale your business, or the math behind it? Okay, and so I'm going to be giving you the link to a calculator that will help you calculate these numbers. So what you're going to do, you're going to get a link to this actual calculator, and you're going to go in and put your numbers so that you can actually figure out what do you need to do in order to double your sales. And so the first part breaks it down by quarters. The second part breaks it down by half a year. So January through June, and then July through December. The last one is the easiest one to start with. So when you go in and you're looking at the calculator, just start with the bottom one. You're going to take your numbers for the last year, and you're just going to plug them in. You're just going to plug them in these red spaces, okay? Fill in the red areas. When you put your numbers in for the red areas, everything else is going to calculate automatically, okay? So I'm going to just go down here to this very last section. So let's say in the last 365 days, I had 500 orders. And you can get all of this information out of your Shopify site. And let's say I had, I don't know, 500 customers. We're just going to keep the numbers simple. You can see that it calculated this space automatically. So that means I have 500 orders, 500 customers. That means they had a frequency on average of about one time. That means each person came and bought one time. And I had an average order value of $30. So that means I made $15,000 for the year. If I wanted to know what I needed to do to double business for the next year, you just come over here. So instead of getting 500 customers, I need 650. Instead of them buying one time, I need them to come back and buy on average 1.3 times. Instead of my average order value being $30, it needs to be $39. So when you put these numbers in the calculator, it will tell you exactly what you need to do in order to double your business for next year. So if you wanted to double it by quarter, you would just come in and fill out the quarters. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to know what you needed to do for half of the year for the next 6 months, you would fill out this part. If you wanted to know what you needed to do for the year, then you can put it in for the year. I suggest starting with the year because it is the easiest to calculate. So you're just going to fill in the red areas, and then everything else will automatically be calculated for you. Okay? Are we clear with that part? TikTok, y'all can't see the calculator, but it's going to be all right. All right, so let's go back to the presentation. So the first thing that we need to talk about is brand recognition. Before you can even start to make money, your branding needs to be on point. You need to identify what your niche is and dominate it. You need to be very clear about who your customer avatar is so you know exactly how to speak to your customer avatar. And then your brand needs to have its own distinct personality. We go over all of this in module 1 before I even start coaching anybody. You have to go through an entire month of branding to ensure that your niche is clearly defined, your customer is clearly defined, and your brand's personality, which includes your fonts, your logo, your tone, and all of that is clearly defined before we even begin to work together, because you can't do the next 3 things that come as a result. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is customer acquisition. You have to decide which platform you are going to use in order to gain your customers. You need one free source and then one paid source. One free, one paid. That paid source is going to be your ads. It's going to be Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok, Instagram, but some type of paid source. Your free source is going to be your social media. So we're talking Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, some type of free platform. You need a combination of those 2 things in order to make money. You need your free and you need your paid. With your free, you need a secondary source because social media platforms are fickle and sometimes they go away. So imagine all the people that built their business off of the backs of Vine. Well, Vine no longer exists. You see what I'm saying? And so you need to make sure that you always have a secondary platform in order to grow your business. You can use influencers and affiliate marketing. We're going to get into that. SEO is a long game. Blogs, PR, where you actually pay PR forums. There are a lot of different ways to get customers, but you have to choose which way you're going to do, and stay on that road. Right now, my recommendation is TikTok in terms of paid ads, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And because TikTok is the fastest growing, and then Facebook's pixel is everywhere. So those are the two platforms that I'm recommending. And it's easy to calculate the cost with ads and predict what you need to do to scale. The second part of this is order frequency. Okay. How often do your people come back and order from you? So once you get your customers from whatever platform ads you obtain them, you need them to come in and buy repeatedly. You don't want to stay in the customer acquisition mode. You want to get your customers, and then you want to have a product that is so phenomenal that they keep coming back and buying over and over and over. And how you treat these customers is going to vary based off of how often they come back. The way you treat somebody that has bought from you one time versus how you treat somebody that has bought from you 5 times is going to be vastly different. And we're going to talk about different ways to do this. Email marketing is how we're going to increase our order frequency. And we're going to go through that in a minute. Increasing order value. So now we have our customers. They're buying from us on multiple occasions. Now we need to increase our average order value. And we're going to do that with upsells, cross sales. Or we could possibly raise our prices by a very small amount, even if you increase your prices by $1. Or you can lower your prices so that you stand out from the crowd. So sometimes I like to be about $1 cheaper than my nearest competition. And that gives me a slight competitive edge, especially going in this economy. Another way that you can increase your average order value is by promoting your most expensive items. So if you have tiered products, really push those expensive ones. So my highest price candle is $35. My cheapest one is $20. So if I wanted to increase my average order value, I will push people to that $35 spa candle. Another way is creating bundles or collections. If you ever shop at Amazon, there is a banner when people check out that says frequently bought together. And so if I have someone that's buying a candle, I may say as a pop-up on their way out, hey, here's a room spray that goes along with this candle. These things are frequently bought together. Volume discounts is another. So if a person buys one candle, it might be $30, but if they buy 2, it might be, instead of $60, $55 or $50. And then if they buy 3, the discount gets higher and higher. Increasing your free shipping threshold is another way to increase your average order value because you're not paying the shipping on those smaller orders. The best way that you can do this, though, is to work on the shopping experience. And so that means that when the person lands on your website is well designed, the photography is on point, the copy is great and compelling and makes people want to buy. Once it's easy to navigate, they're able to click on something and the checkout process is seamless. A lot of times you're not getting the sale that you need because your website is not designed so that people are able to navigate it easily. And these are all things that we talk about in my coaching program. So let's look at this customer journey. We're going to put all of these things together. We're going to put all of these together now. The word that a lot of us hear is funnel. So they say, oh, you need to get people in the funnel, or I'm going to help you design a funnel, but they never really talk about exactly how that funnel works. And so that's what we're going to get into today. Before I get into all of this customer journey, the funnels and how all of this goes together, do y'all have any questions before I go into that? Do y'all have any questions? Let me pause for 1 second because I gave you a lot of information.
Sean,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is Cassandra. This is so good. Thank you for that calculator, because a lot of times we hear you need to scale, you need to scale, you need to scale. But this is the first time, at least for me, that somebody has exactly showed me what I need to do, A plus B plus C, in order to scale and grow. So thank you. Because like you say, you hear sales funnel, you hear all of this stuff, but this, at least the calculator and what I've heard so far, it really gives me concrete steps to grow and scale my company. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, golly, like really? That's that simple. 1 + 1 is 2. I mean,
yes.
Oh
And
God.
so what this does, what this customer journey does is like it's broken down. So if it's over here in, okay, your branding is this gray area here. The next part is our customer acquisition, which is over here in black. Your website is the part that's here in blue. Your email is here in yellow, and then your average order value is over here in red. So I've color coordinated everything so that we can define exactly where you're having your trouble as you scale your company. And so the training is broken up basically like this in the classroom, but I'm going to go back in and rearrange everything so that it's crystal clear as to where you're having your issues are. So let's talk about getting people into your funnel, because that's the first thing that you hear, that funnel part. And so social media 1, social media 2, I cannot tell you which one of these to choose for your company, because you have to choose the one that works best for, number 1, your personality, and number 2, your customer avatar, which is the reason that we spend so much time identifying who it is that you are selling to. So for my company, for Southern Elegance, my actual physical product-based company, Facebook and Instagram are our number 1 places. For Deshaun Russell Consulting, it's TikTok. And so our brand strategy that we use on Instagram and Facebook is totally different than the strategy that I personally use on TikTok. Alondria, I hope I said your name right. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, that's fine. So I have a question about, does your coaching involve talking about how to hire? Not necessarily business and marketing, but like I'm stuck with just being me. I saw one of your old videos that said one of the first things you did was you hired people to do the pouring. I don't have a clue how to hire people to do that, but I'm stuck in this space because now I'm doing everything because I don't know how to hire people.
Yes, we do talk about hiring. There's not like a individual module on hiring because it varies from state to state, but we have coaching calls every week. And so if that was something that you needed me to go do a deep dive into, that's all you would do is just ask the question and then we talk about it on our coaching call. And as a matter of fact, we've spent the last couple of coaching calls talking about some of the pitfalls and how to avoid them when you are hiring.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So back to our customer journey. So you're going to have your funnel of where you actually get your customers from. So you got social media 1, social media 2, and I recommend Facebook ads for the vast majority of us. Unless your ideal customer is young, and I mean super young, most people are still on Facebook and Instagram. So, and when you create your ad, you can push that ad to both Facebook and Instagram. So this is how we're going to get people into our funnel. Once they are in our funnel, so this is our customer acquisition part, when you say, hey, I got this product, you want to send them straight to your product page. We're not sending them all over our website. We want to send them straight to somewhere where they can buy. When they land on that page to buy something, a pop-up should pop up and you collect an email, okay? That email is critical because that is how you're going to continue to communicate with this potential customer or customer if they actually decide to buy. So everybody should have some type of pop-up on their site. Once they land on your product page, they're going to opt into your email list, and then they're going to purchase your item, whatever that item is. And then I'm going to pause right here because we're going to take it in several different directions. If they land on your product page and opt in, but they don't buy anything, there's a series of emails that we can send them called browse abandonment. And it's basically saying, hey, you were on my page, you didn't buy anything, this is what you were looking at, this product is amazing, you should buy it, okay? And hopefully they then check out. If they get to the checkout and they don't actually buy anything, there's another set of emails that we can send that's called an abandoned cart. Okay, basically that series of emails says, hey, you had some stuff in your cart, you didn't buy it, here's your cart, don't you really want it? Okay, if the person actually checks out, there is another set of emails that we're going to send them called the welcome series. Hold on, some people just came in. That welcome series takes people through the thank you of buying, either for buying or for just joining your email list, okay? It just kind of depends on where they are in this whole process. So I'm gonna pause for a minute. So we've got our people in our funnel, in our black over here, where we use social media and paid and some type of paid something. So either, SEO, we use social media, we use TikTok ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, or Google ads. So we got people interested. They've landed on our product page. They've gone through our website. Everything is amazing. And now we have their email or their SMS. We either have their email or their phone number. Okay. So let me pause there. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, good. So when they are ready to check out, we want to try to upsell them on something. So like I was saying before, when somebody's buying a candle, I want to offer a room spray. I might want to offer a diffuser. Or I might want to offer them, another candle for a discounted price. But when they are checking out, we want to give them the option to buy something else to increase that average order value. So you either want to do an upsell where you're offering them something more. So you might say, hey, you got this $20 candle. Don't you want this, $30 candle? A downsell or cross sell is you got this candle. Don't you want a room spray? Okay. So you want to have either an upsell or a cross sell or a downsell. Now, I don't like having upsell number 2 because you don't want too many barriers to checking out. You know what I'm saying? So if I get an upsell, I might say, okay, I want a room spray. But if you pop up with another thing saying, don't you want this too? I might be like, hell no. And now I don't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to make that checkout process too difficult. You do not want to make the checkout process too difficult. And then you have your thank you page. Okay, so let me go through that one more time. So you got your brand, everything is, you got your niche, your personality, your brand personality is on point so that when your customer sees your brand, they know it is designed for them. We bring them into our world, into our funnel, through social media or some type of paid something. It could be PR, it could be ads, it could be SEO, but paid something. And we're using a combination of free and paid. So you got your social media and you got your Facebook ads. So we get them to our website and we're going to land them right on a product page. A pop-up is going to pop up and we're going to collect their email. If they don't buy anything, we're going to send them a set of emails that say, hey, you were browsing, you didn't buy anything. Come back. If they get to the checkout and they don't check out, we're going to send them a set of emails. That's the abandoned cart emails. If they do actually check out, we're going to say, hey, wouldn't you like something else to increase the average order value? You may or may not have an upsell number 2, and then they're going to see your thank you page. Once we do this, it's rinse and repeat, because then each week you're going to be sending out your promotions to your customers or those people that haven't bought from you, in addition to retargeting them via Facebook ads. And all of that brings them right back into your funnel to rinse and repeat again. Okay, so that is the whole process. And that is what our coaching is really going to be focused on. First, going through your brand. Next, looking at your social media and which platform you're using and making sure that that platform is correct. Looking at your Facebook ads and making sure that I call it the 3 C's, the creative, the copy is compelling. Hold on, y'all. Somebody at my door. This is weird. Well, I'm gonna have to, I don't even think I started the recording, so I guess that's fine, because I was gonna have to redo it because some random people showed up. Okay, share. Why does it say it's pause? Okay, I'm not sure what's happening there. Okay. Okay. Y'all, I don't even remember where I was. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop it right here. And I think I was done anyway. So we're gonna stop this share. And I am going to see, do you guys have any questions about this whole process? I'm gonna pause it right there because I have been talking for 30 minutes. Nobody has any questions? Y'all don't have any questions. If somebody's talking, you're on mute. All right, so that was really the whole training. The whole training was just to take you through the customer journey, to help you identify how the whole process works, to also show you how we are going to break down the training in the classroom in terms of all of this is already in the classroom. So I want to be clear about that part. All of this is already in. You stopped at the 3 C's. Oh, that's right. The copy, the creative has to be compelling. The copy, which are your words, the creative, which is just your photography, your imagery, has to be compelling. And what happens so many times with posts that y'all put out or ads that y'all create is the shit is boring. since I'm not recording, I can tell you, I can do all the cussing I want now. The shit is boring. It's horrible. And so it's not compelling enough for people to actually click on it and want to buy your stuff. Or you're targeting the wrong people. You have no idea who you are supposed to be talking to. So I spent my morning creating new social media posts for Southern Elegance. All new copy, all new voice, same pictures because my pictures are pretty good. And then I put everything in carousels. So y'all are gonna see, like in my coaching program, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing a little bit differently for Instagram. I put everything in carousels. And so the copy that I used to put on the side, when you go into Instagram, you have your pretty picture and then you have your words to the side. Well, I've taken all of those words and I've put them in carousel form. So the first thing that you're going to see is a picture, but behind that picture is literally going to be a story about that candle. The other thing that I've started doing, and I'm going to start this actually today, is every single day I'm posting Southern inspired just trivia and information. TikTok, there's not a special code, but if you join today, normally the coaching is $50 a month, but if you join today, it's only $35 a month. So it's $20 cheaper if you join today, and the link is in the bio. So I'm doing it a little bit different, but every day it's going to be, I want to change my Instagram to being more about living in the South. You know what I'm saying? So one post is going to be, like one day it's going to be, the focus is back roads. And so the first post that you're going to see is about, riding in a pickup truck down the back roads, being in the country, and country living is amazing. Here are the chickens. Okay. The next post that you're going to see is, hey, we got a back roads candle. You see what I'm saying? And so then one is going to be, the Kentucky Derby is May 6th. So I got a post about the Kentucky Derby, The next post you see is, we don't have a candle about the Kentucky Derby, but we do have one about Lexington, Kentucky. You see, so every single day is a Southern inspired theme and then a candle. I put a recipe for pound cake. This recipe for pound cake is fucking amazing. So if you ever see it, get that recipe because I make it all the time. It's an amazing pound cake recipe. The next post you see is our cake candle. And so I've done it for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try to get it all scheduled out for the whole month of May. So somebody said, I have a question regarding nailing down your customer. How did you come up with your target? Baby, Tina, when you come into the coaching program, you spend a whole month on your brand before you even get started. So there's a week-long module that goes with identifying who your ideal customer is. You have to do worksheets. Like, it is not something that I could just say, do this, because I think it's like 6 worksheets that you have to do in order to identify who your ideal customer is. It's the same thing for like choosing your colors, your brand voice. Come off of Tina. Somebody's in. Tina, are you still here? Tina, if you could come off of mute, do you have a specific question about that?
Not really. I guess I was just wondering what other people do, which is, is it someone that, I guess it's hard to sort of nail down into words, like where people start with, who do I want to sell to? And it's, I guess like you come up with one person is my guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, I guess what strategies people have, and are there different strategies for where they start with identifying a customer?
Right. So the first thing that you weed out, what is your product?
Candles.
Okay. And what type of candles do you sell?
I haven't started yet, actually, but I wanted to.
Good. Let me tell you.
I'm really at the beginning.
Yes, that is great because a lot of times we create a product and then try to go out and find somebody to buy the product. And then that's when it becomes difficult. The thing that you want to do is you want to identify both your product and your avatar pretty much at the same time. So for me, I knew I wanted to do something Southern inspired because I live in the South. I live in North Carolina. So I was like, Southern living is a special kind of place. And so I want to appeal to Southern belles. So I created my brand and my customer avatar at the same time to make sure that they went together. One of my mentees, she does a travel inspired candle line. So she created her candle line and her customer avatar at the same time. So she wants to design candles that are all about airports and airport codes. And so her customer avatar are people that travel. Yes. B. Maria, the coaching program that I have right now is for people that are just starting off. And so it's best for people that are just starting off because then you don't have to come back and rebrand anything. So yes, that's how you kind of develop your whole strategy. And we, like I said, in the coaching program, you spend a whole month on developing both your brand and your customer avatar at the same time. Miss Terry, you said you have a non-business question. What is your question?
Oh, you already answered it, Sean. It was about the hiring part of the business.
Someone says, I have an LLC, niche logo, and products uploaded to the store, but I'm nervous about the next steps. We all are, but you got to get over that. And let me tell you this, if you're nervous about the next steps, you're not ready to be in business because you got to get out there and be like, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. Most of y'all, even the people that are on this call, even the people that I coach, y'all know that I say it a lot. Y'all don't ask for the sale enough. And I am guilty of the exact same thing, not asking for the sale enough. We're getting ready to go into a recession. We're probably already, Miss Lady T's Biz, you can join the coaching program and we will guide you through that whole process for starting the business and choosing the product and all of that. But y'all are not asking for the sale enough. Y'all are not sending enough emails. Your creative, your copy, and your photography is not good enough to get people to really want to buy your thing over and over. Most of your products are amazing. Your candles are amazing, but the branding is a little weak. Your customer avatar is all over the place. And as a result, you can't like find your niche. And with Chat GPT, we have training on Chat GPT, Chat AI, how to use Chat AI to help you develop all of this. I don't write copy anymore. I've used it enough that it's developed my brand's personality. So all I have to do, so I did 2 weeks worth of content, social media, 2 posts per day. I think it took like a couple of hours to do it because I did not have to write the copy. So I got the next 2 weeks, 2 posts per day on Facebook and Instagram completed. And I will do the rest of May. I'm sorry, I got 3 weeks done because I did 2 weeks in May and then the rest of this week. So I got 3 weeks done in a couple of hours. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of May, and then all of my social media is planned out for the next 7 days. But I'm using chat, and I've been using it enough that it really captures my brand voice. And so you're gonna have to start being content creators, and you're gonna have to be creative with how you do it. I don't like creating video for Southern elegance. I have a hard time with it. So I've had to come up with I've tried different things to get more engagement on Instagram. So this third thing that I'm trying, I said, okay, I'm not gonna have video, but how can I keep people engaged? So I said, I'm gonna try the carousel. So and it's going to be a story. So every post that you see on Southern Elegance is going to be like drawing you into a story. And we're going to see if that works, because at the end of the day, in people's mind, they still view Instagram as a photo app. And so I'm trying to figure out how to leverage people's psychology of what they already view on this app and keep them engaged at the same time. So we're going to try these carousels and see how they work. If they don't work, then I might just have to break down and start doing a lot more video. And I'm going to have to figure out how to do that, because I don't really have the budget for video. I don't want to be paying a whole bunch of people to do a lot of video. So we're going to see like exactly how that works. But that goes back to that customer acquisition part. You know what I'm saying? So if you're saying, I don't have enough customers, then we'll look at customer acquisition. You know what I'm saying? What is your free source? What is your paid source? What is your secondary free source? And then if your first source is TikTok, then we can easily say, okay, let's go in and look at your TikTok videos. If your paid source is Facebook ads, then we can go in and say, okay, let's look at your ads. Let's look at your targeting. Let's look at your copy. Is it compelling? Are the words right? Is it too long? Is it too short? Is it corny? You know what I'm saying? So we can look at the funnel and see if you're getting people into the funnel appropriately. If you got all of the people coming in, but they're not buying, then we'll look at your website. Is your website set up correctly? Is the photography? In fact, I just changed all of Southern Elegance's website, because what I found when I went and looked in is there was something that was keeping people from checking out. And I'm like, what is the problem here? So I simplified the whole checkout process. I simplified the entire website. When I send emails, y'all see my numbers. The people that are in my coaching program, y'all see my numbers. When I send the emails, I make money. I make plenty of money with my emails. So my frequency is really good with my customers. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking at average order value. So I'm going to go through, and I've been telling y'all I'm going to do this and create my pop-ups so that I have those upsells when people are ready to check out. And like, again, I use bold for all of my apps. So I'm going to get everything organized this weekend for that upsell. And then by next week, I'll have some numbers to let you know, have I increased my average order value? So we can look at every single piece. Is it your branding that needs work? Is it your customer acquisition that needs work? Is it your website that needs work? Do you have your flows in place for your email to just kind of run in the background to keep getting you those consistent sales? And then is your average order value, how can we increase that? And another way to increase your average order value is to institute like subscriptions, where it's automatically happening and it's a little bit higher than what it would normally be. So there are a lot of different things, and we can go in and identify exactly where those areas are that are your emails in the form of a newsletter. Some of them are, and some of them aren't. It just kind of depends on who. So this is a basic kind of breakdown of email marketing. And the coaching that I'm inviting you to is the basic level, but we have a higher level for advanced people where we go in and go over segmentation and go over more complex flows. So some of my emails are newsletter, which are called broadcasts, where you're just telling people information. Some of them are promotional, where I'm just pushing a sale. And then some of them are a combination of both of those things, a broadcast with a sale. So it just kind of depends on what the strategy is. The other thing that we do is we have a whole social media planner and a marketing planner. So for those people that are already in the program, your monthly money moves, your marketing calendar, the whole customer journey should be based off of that five monthly money moves. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So that paper that y'all have, this one, for the people that are in my coaching program, this should drive your whole customer journey. It should drive your social media. It should drive your emails. It should do everything. And so you should be writing everything down. So let me just show you my count. Y'all know, y'all got all these notebooks and stuff. And so I'm going to just grab, this is just the one that I have for January. So this is how I wrote down all of my social media planning for January. So all of the calendars that I give y'all are the real calendars that I use when I am scheduling everything out. And it lets you know what you need to do to wake up every day to make money. So if I'm waking up like today, I'm saying, okay, I haven't pushed my monthly giveaway. So I'm gonna make a post about that. Even though I already have 2 scheduled, I haven't pushed a giveaway to get them SMSs. So I'm gonna send out an email. I'm gonna come up with some type of promotion. I'm gonna push the monthly giveaway, the bundle of the month, the product of the month, my monthly everything that I have on here is what I'm gonna put in my email today. Bundle of the month, product of the month, the monthly giveaway. And I just created bundles, like the same thing I'm telling y'all to do. So now every single large candle that I sell is buy 2, get 1 free. Because I don't want to get into my people. I'll go into the economics of it a little bit later and why it's buy 2, get 1 free for right now. And I think that volume discount is going to live on the site. You don't have to do like buy 2, get 1 free if you can't afford that. You can do buy 1, get 1 50% off, or buy 3, get 1 free, whatever the bundling is that works for your price point. And we can talk about that. I'm trying to develop a calculator for you guys so that you can calculate the cost of goods, so that you know how much each product is, and then you can figure out where is your, break-even point for making sure that you're profitable. Because this whole process here is about making sure that you stay profitable. You're staying on top of your customers that are coming in. You know how much it costs to get you a customer. You know how much each customer is worth. You're calculating your customer acquisition costs and your lifetime value. And you're not leaving that to chance. And I'm going to tell you what happened with me. I hired an outside agency to do that for me. They did not put everything together. They dropped my free shipping threshold. We bundled things at too low of a cost. And my Facebook ads were not converting in the way that they should. So my customer acquisition costs went up. So last year for 2022, I was basically paying people to buy candles from me because I lost money. Not only did I lose money because of the marketing agency that I hired, I lost money because of an employee who made a $100,000 mistake. So I lost money double time. So even though I was instituting things to bring in money, because I turned over key aspects of the company to other people, I still ended up losing money. And had I not put the system in place that I'm showing y'all now, Southern Elegance would be out of business right now. It's just luckily I just figured out how to keep money coming in. And so I've been able to keep the business going. But you can literally lose your business by not focusing on either customer acquisition, the flow through your website, your email marketing, or increasing your average order value. Okay, it's been an hour. I like to keep my training to an hour. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I've talked about? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Girl, yeah. See, if you were in the group, I would talk about the times when my employees got drunk. We were moving furniture, and at lunchtime they went to the coaching program costs $34. I think it's $34.99. So it's like $35 a month. And you get all this training. There's everything that we went over is in the coaching program, and it is $35 a month. Normally it's $50 a month, but if you attended this training for the next 24 hours, it is going to be $35 a month. And it dropped the link. Hold on one second. I sure can. The link is in my bio for TikTok. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find it. It's gonna say the link is gonna say 49 over here, but when you click on it, let me see. Let me just go ahead and click on it and take you straight to it, so you're not confused, because it's not $50 a month anymore. I'm dropping it just for the next 24 hours. All right, y'all, let me figure out how to get back to the Zoom. And like I was saying, everything that we talk about, like any questions that you have about anything, we meet once a week, and we have a Facebook group, and you can either drop it in the Facebook group or you can ask the question on our weekly call. Nitra, go ahead. You're muted.
It's more of a comment and not a question.
Okay.
And that is basically to anybody that's not in Sean's group, especially if you're selling things. You definitely want to take her class. I've been following Sean for well before she started this group, and she has changed a lot of my stuff to include the other ladies in the group that we have in here. We talk and stuff. And I will say, if you don't have thick skin, this may not be the group for you. But if you want to scale and market and grow as a business owner, this is the group for you. So got to pick your poison. I tell Deshawn all the time, do not change who you are. She cussed like a sailor, but I'm telling you, I cuss like a sailor, so I can appreciate that. But I will say that she, when it gets down to the nuts and bolts of things, she is very professional. She's going to tell you what didn't work, what will work. But if you still want to do it, go ahead and do it. But she's telling you from her experience, not from what she thinks or what she doesn't think. And she does show us things that I personally experienced no other mentor, although she likes to say she's not a mentor, she is a mentor. Her personal back office that others just won't do. But this is the group for you if you sell, especially if you sell with candles and stuff like that. That's all.
Thank you. Teresa, go ahead.
I just wanted to piggyback off of Nitra. I'm also a student. I'm gonna tell anybody who wants to join this group, just the branding module alone is worth the price. When I tell you, she made me rethink everything for the better. Just down to niching down my customer, my customer avatar. Do it. If you are not sure, do it. It is well worth it. And just the weekly meetings, you get to get together with her, with members in the group, ask questions. They have helped me so much in my business. And I just wanted to say it's well worth it.
Thank y'all. I tried.
Can I add something?
Sure.
This is Cassandra, owner of Black Girl Candle Company. If you're not in a group, get in a group. On coaching call before the last one, we talked about because I was been following Sean's sales techniques. I had two $1,000 days 2 weeks ago, and we just released a new product, and we've already crossed $1,000 threshold. We released a new product on Friday, and we hit over $1,000 on Friday. So if nothing else, baby, get your coins. Get your coins. So we teach you how to get your coins, okay?
And so my goal really is for you guys to figure out where you want your business. So I'm never gonna, my coaching students know I'm never gonna say, this is how you get six figures. This is how you do $1 million a month. Even though we've done 10,000, 100,000, and damn near $1 million. I had a damn near $1 million month. The $1 million month almost killed me. Literally almost killed me. Like I ended up in the hospital because I thought I was having a stroke. So I don't recommend it. So I tell people you need to figure out your number and slowly scale your business to that place. And so we talk about different promotions and different ways that you can slowly scale your business. I think Cassandra was probably shocked that, she started having these $1,000 days so quickly, but all she needed was a little bit of guidance to say, present it like this, do it like this, put it in all of these places, make sure you're asking for the sale. And Cassandra, you really did just start having $1,000 days really easily. It
Yeah.
wasn't a lot that I did. I just told you what you needed to do, and then you did it, and you just started really selling out.
And I think that's the value of your coaching, is that because you actually physically run a business every day, I think that you have your finger on the pulse of what we, as especially new, I've only had my business almost 3 years. And so, like I said earlier, like people tell us scale, but nobody says you need to do A plus B plus C to scale, And so for me, one of the things that I love about this group is that there is some hand holding when necessary, because I needed that, because I had taken all these business courses, classes, I had to been something everywhere, but I couldn't put the pieces together. But since I've been in your coaching, I've been able to put pieces of the puzzle together. And now I'm seeing the I don't want to say manifestation, but I'm seeing the results. And so for me, if anybody's thinking about coaching, this is the real deal. It's work, it's hard, but it's worth it too.
And so with the customer journey that I put together, y'all kept asking like the same questions over and over. And I took it for granted that y'all knew it, you know what I'm saying? And so when I got the same questions over and over, I said, okay, there's clearly a disconnect. So that's why I put that journey together. Is it your branding? Is it your customer acquisition? Is it your website? Is it your email marketing? Is it your upsells, downsells, or your average order value? And now if you're having an issue, we can literally go in and say, okay, here is where your problem is, and these are the strategies that we're going to implement to help you close this gap. Is this for selling products? It's for selling products. It'll work for service-based business, but it's mostly for product-based business because that's what my expertise is. So I run a multi-million-dollar home fragrance company, and that's really where my expertise lies. I can tell you how to sell a physical thing. And I've done trade shows, I've done the festivals, I've done the markets, and I've done online. So I've done it all. So if you show up and be like, hey, I got this big festival coming up, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do for the festival. If you say, hey, I'm getting ready to do this trade show, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do for the trade show. If you say, hey, I don't want to do none of that shit no more because I don't want to do any of it, and you say, I just want to do e-commerce, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do for that. If you say, I want to do wholesale, we're in stores all over the US, I'm gonna tell you what you need for wholesale. So I'm gonna tell you, regardless of the direction that you want to go in, I'm gonna say this is what you need to do, and I'm never gonna push you in one direction or the other. And I'm never gonna be like, oh, this is the silver bullet. I lost money selling on Amazon. So when I see people saying, oh, just sell on Amazon and go fulfilled by Amazon, I'm like, slow your roll. Let me tell you all of the pitfalls that come with selling on Amazon. If you say I'm gonna do wholesale, I'm gonna be like, okay, if you focus on wholesale, these are all of the pitfalls that come as a result of selling just wholesale. So I believe in an omni-channel, omnipresence approach where you have wholesale, retail, and then you sell on other platforms to include Amazon, possibly Etsy if you like Etsy. Walmart.com is another good one. I'm trying to get on Target.com. I don't know why they won't accept me. I keep turning in everything, but I guess they got, enough candles. But we sell on Wayfair. So, having an omnipresence is really what I push you guys to. And I tell you how to do it. I tell you exactly how to do it. So, all right, y'all, it has been an hour. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I forgot to record this. So for the people that are in, how about Hobby Lobby? When you say Hobby Lobby, do you mean hobbylobby.com or in the actual physical store of Hobby Lobby? Diana, hobbylobby.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey everybody, I was just getting in, so I was just picking up on the conversation, but I just was asking, had you tried Hobby Lobby just to get in their stores?
No.
And whether their culture work with you?
No, and Hobby Lobby are not my people. And so I sell a $30 candle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really critical that you know who
Right.
your customer avatar is. So when we start looking
Right.
at department stores, we're literally looking at Macy's, Bloomingdale, Nordstrom's, that type of place. And then depending on where it's located, we have two different products that we can offer. So we have a tumbler and then a mason jar. But because our price is so high at $30, people are going into Hobby Lobby to figure out how to make a candle. They're not going in there to actually buy the physical thing. So that's why I say knowing your customer avatar is like critical, because a lot of times we pursue selling channels that is not a good fit for us. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've seen people that have raved about getting into Target. Target has a buyback program, and when their stuff did not sell through Target, Target made them buy all of their shit back, and it almost cost them the company. I've seen that happen at least 4 times. But they were chasing the shiny objects rather than focusing on exactly where their customers live and would their product do well in Target. And so, yeah, we talk about all of that kind of stuff. But now this is business, so if you join, I'm gonna be kind of nice, but not really, because business is brutal. Business is brutal. Business is just brutal. So you got to be, ready to hear the hard information about running business. And I saw somebody say, if you haven't been sued, you're not doing it right. And I've been involved in 2 different lawsuits where somebody was going to sue me because I did not fulfill the contract as it was written. Which I did, but they still were like, we're going to sue you. And then y'all know I got into a little tiff with Homesick. I had someone that copied my whole brand and started selling. So then I was threatening to sue her. And then she cussed me out. And I was like, ma'am, you don't know where I'm from. I'll come over there and whip your ass over my brand and just take that charge before I lose some damn money. So I've had an employee punch me in the damn face. Like, it's just been crazy. So if you're ready for the nitty gritty and the hard stuff of running the business, join the coaching program. If you're not ready for that, just keep doing all the free stuff. Just keep jumping around. All right, y'all. I got to get the rest of my social media posted. TikTok, I'm gonna be back on later to talk shit to y'all, because I got some things I want to say over there on TikTok now. And then I forgot to record this. So my coaching students, I'm going to re-record this so that it's clean. And I will be uploading it to the classroom a little bit later. Okay, before I log off, does anybody have any questions? One of my employees punched me in the face. And I put her ass in the hospital. And then I thought I was going to get sued I thought I was going to lose the company because I thought she was going to sue me. But in the state of North Carolina, I have no duty to retreat. That's what my lawyer told me. He said, you have no duty to retreat. And so when anybody attacks you in your home or at your place of business, you can serve them whatever you want them to have. So you can serve them pound cake or hot balls. And my preference at 53 years old, 52, about to be 53, I'm serving nothing but pew pew. I ain't fighting nobody else. Pew pews for everybody. Pew pew. It's gonna be like the damn Wild Wild West. They punch you in the face again at my job. All right. And I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. If anybody have any questions, feel free to hit me up. You can send me a message, send me an email, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.